Louder, Randy.
Woogie, Woogie!
Oh no.
Yeah. So, the title of our last episode, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so I could have sworn this happened. Scott said it didn't. But we did do a bit with, like, Yoda going to the firing squad and he will know the people on it. Like, what was it?
He'll know the people.
Yeah, you remember that bit? You did, like, the Yoda voice and everything, and you're just like, you know, people on the firing squad close to me, they will be. Know them well, I will, or something like that.
I don't think it was know them. I don't think that
it was something like that.
I think it was something completely different. It did involve a firing squad.
Yeah. Tell me what comes to the top of your mind.
Tried to leave North Korea. I did. To the firing squad with my family in it. I must go.
Oh. Beautiful.
Oh, that wasn't it, but...
It just occurred to me, when we had to stop the podcast, we could have just paused. Is that a...
Maybe, actually.
Oof. Boogie Woogie.
Woogie Boogie.
I started to swallow it and then I breathed. It literally, I felt it go up into my nose. I was literally, like, drowning. Anyway, because I thought of the idea of whoopee googie. Gooby whoopee.
Gooby whoopee.
Gooby woogie.
Oh my word. So anyway, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Randy. And this...
Tangents.
Mm-hmm.
These tangents that we've been on. I have 8% of my CPU taken up by this. 8.9.
It just might be all of that.
That moment when you and your friends single-handedly change a business's turnover rate to 100%. Boogie woogie. I really just want Boogie Woogie to become like an actual meme format. It's just so ripe for it.
I don't know why they decided to bring GameStop to the moon when they don't deserve it.
Because it's just funny. Because you think about it. Like, I think the deal was like, you know, like, it was like a stock exchange subreddit and everything, and it's like meme stocks. And one of them was GameStop, of course. So, and people were just like, hey, what if we just sent it to the moon? And it just kind of kept going, I guess.
It can't!
Oh yeah, how do you feel about Step Ever Given I'm Stuck?
Step who?
Ever Given. The boat that got stuck.
Step Evergreen.
Oh yeah, Step Evergreen, I'm stuck. The World Trade. You're what? Get out of the canal and put your clothes back on already. You're interrupting trade.
Step Tugboat, I'm stuck, help!
This looks like a golden opportunity to get the butter, get them out already. I need my men and their toilet paper to come through.
I need my Chinese shit motor.
Oh my word.
Who knows, maybe we'll just step on a podcast and react to some zip ties and bias plies.
Yeah, sure.
Watch him get a piece of shit Ferd started up.
I really just want to reach out to other, like, to big content creators and just gain channel traction that way by, like, doing the funky do and just going, like, hey, how'd you like join us on Tangents? And it's like, well, it's not that big. Yeah, but it has a more relaxed atmosphere that's purely conversational. Oh, I see. That's a good idea. You don't have to shout us out, by the way. And then they do an influx of viewers. We get canceled. Boogie woogie.
And we still keep going because, you know, we're still at 8.5...
consistent viewers.
Yes, consistent viewers.
Although, I think we're sitting at 20 even subscribers. Subscribers.
Subscribers.
Subscribe!
Subscribe.
I'm thinking of, okay, so I had this idea for like a Doom Eternal gameplay, you know? Like
Yes.
record it and everything. But like I edit it to be as stupid as possible and call it like a how-to Doom. And at one point you like drop down into a level and everything to like a boss arena or whatever. And I want to make it to where you drop down into it, but but like it cuts out like a massive chunk of the game. Make it where the text when you land just says Boogie Woogie. Just step 6. What? Step 7, you have all the weapons. Boogie Woogie, I guess. Oh wait, no, the guide could be called How to Boogie Woogie Doom Eternal.
How to Coom Eternally with Boogie Woogie Edition.
How to Doom Step 2, Boogie Woogaloo.
Boogaloo Woogaloo.
This is my stand, Boogaloo Woogaloo. The power of my stand. Propane Nightmare.
Witness the power of my stand. Propane and propane accessories.
Have you seen like the actual like video of like Hank Hill having a stand?
No.
Well, you're about to. Oh man, Hill stand.
Stands up to cotton.
Let me
Propane nightmare.
let me
What
just.
the hell? Propane nightmare animated.
Where's the? Let me just make sure the desktop audio is.
Cronked.
God dang it, I'm gonna kick your ass with the power of my stand. Propane Nightmare.
How does that feel?
It's so good. Oh my god.
I'm always torn between like enjoying the Among Us meme and at the same time hating it.
Among Us.
Yeah, Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us. That sounds like an eldritch being. One that's admittedly fine with, interacting with people, but still an eldritch being.
An eldritch horror, except not that horrific.
I don't know, man. So anything could be lurking behind that red exterior.
You know, there's an officially approved SCP called When the Imposter is Sus.
That's a real thing.
Yes, it's
Oh
an
my
actual
word.
article on the SCP Foundation page.
That's hilarious. Dude,
But-
sorry, go on.
But according to where I found this out from, it's garbage.
Oh.
Garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's the imposter being sus. What's SCP about that?
When the Imposter is Sus.
When the imposter is sus. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Number 7, When the Imposter is Sus.
It was alerted to me that a bit hollow sounding because, mic was not close, so let's get up close and personal with the mic.
Is this better, Mr. Scott? Is this
Oh,
better?
yeah, tomorrow is April Fool's Day. We should record a quick 10-second podcast. Oh, wait, no. Even better. We release episode 28, no thumbnail, and it's just sped up to the course of 5 seconds. How does that sound, Scott? No. I would love to have the world's quietest podcast. So let's see if this becomes a nightmare in post for Scott.
I wonder if we'll be able to be registered by this Yeti.
Yeti spaghetti.
Yeti mom.
Yeti mom. I find it funny that like twice or maybe 3 times throughout March, the tag Mommy Milkers has been trending on Twitter, and that should tell you all you need to know about Twitter, especially with the left hook of it's about Minecraft.
Why is it about Minecraft? Why did they get their grummy mitts on Minecraft?
Minecraft, specifically Dream, like, he trends, like, every single, like, half day, I swear. The man, like, literally said racial slurs, and people are like, he did nothing wrong. It's like, wow, you guys would make great supporters for Hitler. No, I'm kidding, of course.
Wow, you guys would make great supporters for Biden because, he's an old racist.
Boogie woogie.
He boogies woogies on them kids.
He boogie woogies up the stairs. He boogie woogie sniffs some hair.
He boogie woogie talks about cockroaches.
What?
When he said cockroach, he was using it as a literal racial slur for black people.
Really?
For black kids.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
That's not very funky fresh of him.
It's not.
Also, I'm wondering if maybe my deteriorating relationship with management is as a byproduct of the fact that ever since I became lead, every single 3 of the shift report, we have a section that's like quality of product, and you're supposed to say like good or whatever, and people have the liberty of saying something funny. Every single time I put funky fresh, I think they're just tired of the funky fresh.
Funky fresh? They're not funky fresh, and so we gotta throw them to the can.
Oh man, on my last day I should just put boogie woogie levels of good.
No, what you do is you come into work naked.
No, there are dude, put that thing away. They're like children here. In reality, it's just Patrick having his gut out.
Yeah, of course. Of course it's Patrick having his gut out.
Oh yeah, apparently 2 episodes, some inappropriate episodes of SpongeBob are getting banned. Like the one where do you remember the one with the panty raid? Yeah, that's getting banned.
Straight up banned?
Yep. And there's one, I think it might be the episode where SpongeBob decides to stay inside or whatever, with Chip, Penny, and use tissue. That Penny has the most beautiful singing voice I've ever heard. But yeah, the one with the gorilla and everything. Yeah, I think that one might be getting taken down as well. Let me check. 'Cause it's all kind of dumb ones. It's listen, I don't think anyone looked at the panty raid and was like,
ew, disgusting.
No, not that. I think they did, but I think it was more a case of just, okay, boogie woogie, I guess. Or not really understanding what's going on. As a child, I looked at that and I was like, okay.
I think the last time.
Let me rephrase this.
Banned where?
Okay, just 2. Oh, okay, quarantine crab. Because of sensitivity related to the pandemic. I don't think anyone cares.
No, really, no one cares.
Oh, man. Okay, the midlife crustacean was the one. But, that kind of sucks a little bit because, what's it called? That was the one where, Patrick is just literally just riding a dude. He's just using him as a mode of transportation by riding on his shoulders, and the guy's just like, will you get off me? Or just,
Yeah. That whole episode was beautiful.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Or what was the thing they were chanting?
It was that.
Oh, okay.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
What am I feeling? You want to know what I'm feeling?
I'm feeling like a... And I don't remember the line.
I feel like I'm gonna... He says something like that. Something like that. It was something funny. Of course.
It was great.
It was early SpongeBob. It was all funny.
Yeah. Every second was packed with a joke that each age could understand.
Not even. It didn't need to... Well, okay. It wasn't that it was packed with a joke each age could understand. It was packed with jokes that were multi-layered. You gain different you laugh when you're a kid.
As you age, it keeps being funny.
It
the
kicks
7-mile spanking machine.
As a kid, you're like, ooh. But as an adult, you're like, ooh.
You're like, that looks like a good time.
Man.
As a kid, I was like, why do they want to get spanked?
as adult, you should still wonder why they want to get spanked.
Unless, of
It's
course...
7 miles on your hands and knees getting whipped from behind at varying levels of intensity. Actually, do you think there was organization in the line? Like, okay, heavy hitters in the front, light hitters in the back, or vice versa?
No, I think it's a gauntlet. You go and it gets stronger as you go.
The bodybuilders at the end, he literally just hits you so hard your spine pops back into place. It literally cures your scoliosis.
You become like 6 inches taller because you just send your tailbone into the next dimension.
It's wonderful.
And his hands are big enough to grab both cheeks with all that force, of course.
He grabs you by the midriff and steadies you for what's about to come.
He's like,
Don't bite. Or, no, don't grit your teeth. Or
don't
wait,
grit
no.
your teeth. Because I
Grit your
need you to
teeth.
bind your tongue. Grit your teeth or you'll bite your tongue. He causes a nuclear reaction.
Yeah. What you would call it? That's hilarious, though. I just love that. I love that somebody just had to, somebody sat down and for whatever unknown reason came out with 7-mile spanking machine.
No,
And everything about that
I specifically remember why. It's because SpongeBob ended up having his
No, I'm talking...
shattered.
Okay, early SpongeBob was structured around the jokes, and, like, the story was kind of made to flow through them, you know? It's... Like, if you look at it, it kind of has that structure. So I'm wondering who thought of the 7-mile spanking machine joke, and everyone was like, well, we gotta break his butt.
Of course.
Or maybe it's just vice versa and I'm getting confused. Regardless, someone thought of 7-mile spanking machine, and I am appreciative.
And they also thought of, how many times are we gonna have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Oh my, what lovely young people.
I do love the young people.
And then they just beat up the senior citizens.
You know, of course, Flounder is still on the run. Oh, the end of that episode was great. Like, he didn't even touch Flounder, but he still fell down. And,
yeah.
and then Mrs. Puff punishes him.
Oh, yeah. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Totally what happens in school.
Yeah. To me, at least.
And to me.
Boogie Woogie.
Hold on. Boogie?
Woogie. Mm-hmm. Or let's try that again.
Boogie.
Woogie! It just sounds ridiculous. We've gone from literally just from you yelling and us getting noise complaints to they just pass by and they just randomly hear Boogie Woogie.
Mm-hmm. Bah!
Gee.
What?
Gee.
Boogie Woogie. Boogie Woogie!
Oh, yes, I only did it once, but doing the voice thing just reminded me of that one time. Like, it was after I'd started learning Japanese and everything, and I just, like, we were in the car, I think it was myself and Scott. Oh, gosh.
You did the thing.
Okay, no. I remember one time we were in the car, and it was Jessica, Scott, and myself, and, I'm sorry, Scott. Where was I going with... Oh, yeah, I just randomly used, like... I introduced myself, but I used this really loud Toad voice. Like Mario Bros. Toad.
Well, do you have...
It's really loud. We'd get a noise complaint.
Can you do it quieter, but the same way?
No, because my voice, like... I raise it up high, but it's loud. You know, it's an expense, you know. As we've discussed on episodes past, my voice is naturally deep, you know. I can bring it down. Ow! I can bring it down and get quieter.
Oh my god!
People, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if I like it. Anyway, but no, I start raising my voice up high, and it gets really loud. I don't know. I can lower my voice a little bit, but it just sounds really weird.
Ow! Bye! I have what's called a perfect range, where I can just kind of go like this at full volume and go like this at low volume.
Out of your friends, which are you?
Truck freak, crazy ass, the fighter,
still remember when that video was like everywhere.
Out of your friends, which are you?
Truck Freak.
Crazy ass.
The fighter. Yeah, I'm the fighter. You're Truck Freak.
No, obviously
wait, no,
I'm
no.
crazy ass.
No. It's you, me, Jessica, and Scott. So, Scott's Truck Freak. Truck Freak, crazy. The fighter. Well, I don't know. I mean, Jessica would be the fighter. You're crazy. And I guess I'm just Droog.
By the way, it's literally Apier.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like Apier, but I think the pronunciation is supposed to be Droog. Drug.
Drug.
Yeah, oh yeah, this reminds me. I watched this one video at one point. It was like really late at night too. It was perfect. It was just like country roads played over really unsettling images. And it was like a bunch of like SCP looking things, and it's just Country Roads is just playing, and I'm like, wow, I'm simultaneously bopping and terrified. This both is and isn't the vibes.
Just like drunk Agura singing Country Roads.
Oh yeah, she also sung Live Again. I really liked that one. It's just wholesome.
Isn't it Live Again? Live.
Well, I'm saying Live Again because like the song is referring to like, you know. Well, I don't know. It's like talking. I always got the thing of like live streaming being the thing behind it of, you know, parting ways at the end of a stream, but you know, I'll see you again, you know, that sort of thing, or like, you know, the sort of stuff of like record, you know, like creating content and putting it out there of just, you know, that sort of thing. Because like content creation.
However, our Calliope Mori is death.
Yeah, but like
So,
it could be Live Again from multiple things, but I don't know. We can talk about this after the fact. I can feel Scott's rage building.
I can feel his ball peen hammer being lifted as of now.
He is literally just our world version of Kusagi, I think it is, from or is it Kusaki? Kugasaki? Anyway, Nobara from Jujutsu Kaisen. Hammer Girl. She has hammer.
She has le bon.
Yeah, Scott's literally bad. Just
Except he doesn't have any nails yet.
yeah, but I'm impressed with how the author manages to use her. I saw her looks, and I'm like, okay, yeah, she looks cool. I can't wait to see her ability, and it's like hammer a nail, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny, but what do it do? And then the season goes on, and I'm like, oh, it do. It's fun applications of the ability, and I really like to see that. I was worried it was just going to be side character ability.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's got the ability to.
Shit! I should have brought more nails.
Yeah. I saw this comic where it's just like, oh, there she is again. Who? The Nail Girl. And it just shows Nobata just buying up, literally just pouring all of the nails in, like, presumably this hardware store into a box and getting them. She does this every week.
I like how she has to sit down and curse them.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Just curse you, curse you, curse you, curse you.
It sounds like a lot of preparatory combat.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I love fights where, like, both characters need and have prep time, because those are always really fun, you know. It's part of the fun of, like, watching, for instance, Joseph Joestar in Part 2. I mean, the man has little to no prep time, but
he still preps.
He preps in the middle of battle, and that's the best part.
He's just in the middle of fighting, prepping.
Boogie Woogie. That is his Boogie Woogie.
I like how the Boogie Woogie is just extra power.
It's hilarious.
And of course, he named it based on, getting down with the Boogie Woogie.
Oh man, just
hearing a Japanese man say Boogie Woogie was probably the best thing about it.
It's simultaneously hilarious and just it's primarily funny, but can you imagine, like, you hear that name and then you see what he does and you're just like, I've been tricked, backstabbed, and possibly bamboozled.
No, I think just hearing it means that you need to run.
You can't, because
Boogie Woogie!
Ah, man.
Boogie Woogie.
What was I going to say? I had something I was going to say.
Good question. I think you got distracted by the B and the W.
I have something to say.
And what is it?
Have you caught up to Jujutsu Kaisen? We'll go with that.
No.
You hurt me, son.
I know. I know how much it hurts. I had a week.
You've had 2 weeks, dog.
Yeah, I've had forever.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the season's over with though, so you can easily binge it. You don't have to worry about catch up and then. All right, time to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Though knowing you, you're more likely to just dive into the mango like I'm doing.
Well, I'm going to finish the first season.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I got busy. It's funny. I got... What are you doing?
Shaking my arm out.
Is it falling asleep?
No, it's just, I think there's something else going on.
I see. Those months of working at McDanktown is probably coming back to haunt you a little bit.
No, I do things there that make my managers be like, you gotta be more careful, dog, and I'm just sitting there carrying 80 pounds for no reason. Nah, I'm good.
I don't carry 80 pounds of stuff, but I do just kind of go like, it's fine. You know, I too carry that mentality of, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine.
Yeah, thing is, we have easier ways to do things, but I do it because it's a little bit faster.
I just think it's a little bit funny. You ever just carry way past your weight limit for the funny?
Well, it's not past my weight limit, but you know.
But do you?
Occasionally.
Yeah. I mean, if the situation calls for it, then the situation calls for it.
It's just 2 boxes of McNuggets, man. I'm just walking to the freezer, I stack them up, pick them up, and then I go back. And I'm like, nuggets.
Some nuggies.
McNuggets.
Nuggy wuggies.
Oh, God.
I'm going to wind up regretting not naming this episode Boogie Woogie.
Boogie Woogie 2.
Yeah, we'll figure something else out. Don't worry. Future me has this. He's probably got it. Press X to doubt.
No. What releases on April Fool? Oh wait, what releases on April Fools is just Boogie Woogie, Boogie Woogie, Boogie Woogie.
I think I knew someone once that like they were actually born on April Fool's Day. And I just have to think about the fact that they literally have to live with that their entire life.
It's like, happy birthday, and it's like, oh, yeah, April Fools.
I got him, and it's like, I'm gonna kill you.
And then myself.
Oh yeah, there was that one day that April Fool's Day that Easter landed on April Fool's Day. And it's like, about that.
God's just like, yeah, not today.
Oh.
Oh my God.
And I don't know how we do it some episodes. Some episodes we just start talking and we just keep it going. And then other episodes we just kind of stumble a little bit and then we just...
Ah yes, more silence for Scott to edit out. Unless of course he wants to keep it in.
That was silence to prove a point. You know.
I see.
Yes. So how's classes going?
Classes?
Yeah.
No.
I see, so they're not going.
Yeah.
I see.
Not going at all. You know what else isn't going? Getting my driver's license, because I'm terrible.
Like it driving or just getting stuff in order to do it?
License. It's all about the license, man.
No, I'm talking about like getting the stuff to... Oh, okay.
I can drive circles around other people somewhere around my age, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But...
You drive circles around me at least.
I could do donuts around you at this point.
Yeah. Go on.
And that's just in terms of, you know, ability and skill, but I'm a lazy bastard, what can I say?
I mean, like, what all do you have to do?
It's like 8 hours of something, and then you gotta do tests. I see. That's the requirements of the state, I believe.
I mean, just set it up to where one Tuesday you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up, though.
Or wait, I keep forgetting you have, like, the daytime to your advantage.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure you got up on one day.
Yep.
'Cause-
I'm gonna actually look it up real quick. You got any interesting conversation topics while I do?
No, I was just about to propose a snack break while we fish for conversation topics. I have sour.
You have sour.
I like that I just have a snack drawer.
It's kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah, I'm hungry, and I just go, alright. Sorry, Scott, at some point this is unavoidable.
Mm-hmm. Just kidding. We're just terrible people.
Yeah, my mom gets these at HEB.
They're pretty good.
The kick of sour to actual flavor ratio is pretty good. Oh yeah, I will tell you about last night. It just hurt my bones a little bit because, like, you know, at the Froyo place, we have the toppings in little plastic containers, company policy, all that jazz. You know, sanitary and all that stuff, which is fine by me or whatever. And one woman was just giving us grief about it, like, you know, like usual. There's always someone who has to question it. And, you know, the plastic of the containers is literally non-existent. It's literally like 0.1 or something like that ounces. And it's like 59 ounces to actually trip up the scale and make it add money.
Oh.
Or something like that, I forget. Or wait, no. It's 59 cents for every ounce. It is literally 0.1 of an ounce. It would literally take them putting 10 of them on for the plastic to contribute even literally like a tenth of the weight. And it's just, I just find it hilarious. It's like, but one woman was like, you know, we give her this simple thing of like, you know, what's it called? You know, the scale zeroes it out or whatever, and all that jazz. I usually just say it doesn't count towards it, you know, or like, you know, it literally doesn't weigh enough. I've literally had it weighed before, and it doesn't weigh enough to add anything meaningful to it. But, you know, the person I was working with, they were like, oh yeah, zeroes it out. And the woman, I guess, she just decided that she wanted to be smart that day because she was like, well, yeah, but if I get multiple, and, you know, she walked me through how it was basically stupid that we were doing that. And her big refrain was like, you know, do you see what I'm saying? And it got more condescending the more time she said it. It's just like, ma'am, you could probably tell by that response and by the lack of preparedness within me that I'm literally just telling you what what I was told to tell you. It's not my fault. It's not like I'm the one setting these rules, but at the same time, it's like, how can you be smart enough to figure out, yes, the scale can't reasonably zero all that out, but like, at the same time, not understand that the plastic is plastic and it does not weigh anything really. Also, how's looking for that going? Have I bought you some time?
Yeah, you did actually. It's a 6-hour course.
6 hours? Hey, that's doable.
Yep.
Is it FREE?
Probably not.
I'm kidding. That's that. If it was legitimately like, if it was free, I think a lot more people would have their license, or at least have the will to.
Apparently, it's only good for 8 years though, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah,
Texas
well,
driver's license.
I'm kind of fine with that, but at the same time, well, okay. You know, there's some people that I just simply don't think really need to have a license because they don't really understand how to drive. Like, they learned how to drive to the point of passing the exam, but they fail to really, like, apply the stuff. You know, they, like, get the pass and go, okay, I'm going to drive how I want to. Road laws be danged. That kind of thing. And I feel like a proper test would be nice to at least, like, show people to prove that, like, yes, I can drive. That kind of thing.
You know, it's kind of funny. These rules are a little bit kind of confusing. Because it's like, all right, so with my car, so that insurance isn't like $1,000 a month, my dad holds the title of my car.
I see.
And he holds the registration. Mm-hmm. It's under his name, so like, yes, it is my car, but he's the like on the paper owner.
Yeah.
So how the hell does that even work? I don't own any vehicles, technically. But in order to get a license, it's like you have to own a vehicle, son.
No. I mean, my older brother, Scott got one.
Yeah.
And he does not own a vehicle.
It's just, do you write down, no, I don't got no vehicle.
I have a vehicle I can drive, I can drive, that I have access to driving, but, not a vehicle I possess. Mm-hmm. I just want a license so I can just get a scooter and just call it that. There's like a scooter that's sitting at this house up the street that's just been there for a while, and I'm very, like, the second I have a license, it's like, would you like to part with that? And does it still work? If it doesn't work, then maybe you and I will have a project. How do you feel about scooter maintenance?
Well, what exactly is it? Is it like, does it got like gears and whatnot?
I don't know. I haven't gotten close enough to look.
You probably should.
It's in their driveway. I'd kind of feel awkward about it.
It's okay. It's okay. You just do it. Hell, I'll just do it.
You leave the recording, walk up the street, and go like, okay, where is it at? No, Randy. Come back down and have another snack break.
I can't take a break. I'm a mechanic.
Oof.
My customer needs their car now.
They took their car. There are no cars. You're not a mechanic. Please come back to us. Please. We're worried about you.
Who's this we business anyway?
I don't know. It's for the bit, man. The bit. Yes, and me. Yeah, that's who it is. We're worried about you. Yes, and me.
Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Why have I been leaving you alone for so long?
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
No, you dumb wanker. It's Thursday.
You sure it's not Wednesday? Wednesday.
Wet knees.
Wet knees day. We've got
The day of
us
wet
day.
knees.
No, we've got Tuesday, wet knees day, Thora day. Or no, what would Thursday be? It needs to slap a little bit.
Thorough day.
Thorough day.
Thorough day.
And then free day.
Yep. Wait, it's fucking Mo Day. God.
What?
Wait, it's fucking Mo Day. God.
Oh my word.
Wait, it's fucking Wed Day. God.
Alright then. Oh yeah, it's funny. Apparently, so the Xbox Game Pass is a thing for PC, And recently they ported Nier Automata to it. And why are you cringing?
Xbox Game Pass. PC.
It's funny.
Xbox.
Listen.
Nom to PMC.
Hey man, that's just boogie woogie at work. But anyway.
This is the art of the boogie woogie.
Yeah, but they put it out on the PC version of Game Pass and everything. And apparently it was just a way better port than the one that they actually put on console and on Steam. Or like at the very least the Steam version got review bombed because they looked at the Xbox version and they were like, okay. And then they looked at Steam and they're like, this is tore them a new one.
This is garbage!
However, by and large, I feel like review bombing is just kind of a cuckold thing to do.
And hey, you know why they probably did that? Because the reviewer wasn't good with keyboard and mouse.
Maybe. I mean...
And also they didn't know how to work with settings. Like the guys who give like the round of people who gave the recent Doom games really, really bad reviews because they fucking sucked at the game.
Oh yeah, I think one of their names, like the dude's infamous for this, for just being a bad game journalist. His name is like Dean Takahashi.
Yeah, that one.
Literally the guy who got stuck like 30 minutes on the Cuphead tutorial because he literally couldn't figure out jump plus dash
at the same time.
Though I legitimately don't think that was anything more than him just deciding, I want to complain about the game, ergo I'm going to pretend not to know how to play it. You cannot convince me that someone is that bad at video games.
Oh, bro,
listen.
You can.
No.
Convince me.
No. Someone literally got their child on the Cuphead tutorial, and they were able to figure it out quicker than Dean Takahashi. Like, you cannot convince me that this man was literally outstripped by a child. Like, that's not to discredit children. There are bright children out there, wonderful children. However, I just fail to see how a man who is likely over 20 years old, very likely is in or has graduated Kool-Aid, could not figure out jump plus dash. I just refuse to believe it. I just do not believe that someone does not get that. Like, it's the same thing as, like, clickbaiting. Like, you can't convince me. There are no hot singles in my area. I won't be swayed.
But there are hot singles in your area.
Where?
And they're horny!
Where? Show me.
Your mom's house.
I'm going to kill you. That was actually reaching for
your mom.
That was simultaneously well done, and I'm going to kill you.
Your mom's house. It's you!
I am the hot single in my area. No.
And you're horny, so you have to get the bonk.
I am just a single in my area. No horn, no hot. Just sing. Sing L.
Well, my friend, I'd have to disagree.
Then disagree, boyo. Reminds me of this post I saw online where it's like, someone says this really awful thing, and then someone's like, I beg your pardon? And then the original poster just says, beg. Just, I beg your pardon? Beg. It's hilarious. I want to use that. Like, if the manager ever gives me trouble, I just hit her with a line. I just hit her with boogie woogie. I beg your pardon? Beg. Tell me, have you had to own your manager at any point? I shouldn't phrase it like that. Have you run into managerial problems, or have things been smooth sailing since the overnights kicked in?
It's okay. So, crap. I can't come up with an alternate name for him.
Just call him manager.
No. It's not a manager.
Oh,
it's one of the maintenance crew who comes in and is like, I need to use the sink for work because he doesn't know any English.
I see.
And so I'm let's just call him the Bab for now because that's what he's like 70 and he acts like a babby boy.
Oof.
The old Bab.
This other language got me acting weird. Please go
on. But yeah, eventually, the morning manager just kind of walks into the area where he's just standing, staring at me as if it'll make me go faster.
The morning manager does this?
Yeah. She just walks in and she's like, Babby, what the hell are you doing? Why are you just standing around staring at him? And he's like, I need the sink to work. And she's like, that doesn't matter. You need to find something else to do. This is precisely what I wanted to tell Bab. I wanted to look back at him and say, hey, how long are you going to take to use the sink, bro? And he's like, I wanted him to be like, 30 minutes, something like that. And I've been like, then do something else while you wait.
Well then.
That's what I wanted to say.
You just turn around and add it.
They were ready to send him home. They called the general manager on his ass because he was standing there like within the same 10 minutes.
Yikes. Like, just standing there menacingly, not even doing stuff on his phone or whatever?
No, just staring at me.
Yikes.
Just staring, like, just burning holes into my back with his eye flaps.
Oof. I don't know, most of my encounters with people who don't understand English too well just make me, like, wish that I was able to, like, bridge the communication gap better, because, like, these people seem like the nicest people on the face of the earth, but, like, I'll, ask them the usual questions of discount, rewards number, you know, stuff like that, and there's just, like, they don't really know how to put it into words that, like, they don't understand, that sort of thing, or, And I don't think I'm very...
Is it usually Spanish speakers?
Yeah, I just don't know a lick of Spanish. Like, last night, one woman came in, seemed really nice, again, and, time came to pay, but, first and foremost, she was like, oh, sorry, no English, that sort of thing. And, I was like, okay, she had for lack of a better term, she had a translator. I was about to say a proxy, but I was like, no, translator. But, and the time came to pay, and I'm like, okay, your total will be like $14. And she goes, oh, okay. And, don't know why I feel the need to do the accent, but, realism. Anyway, she counts everything out, and I'm like, that's a lot more money than I think there should be. And she hands it to me, and she goes, okay, $40. And I'm like, hold the phone. And I was like, no, ma'am, 14. She was, like, confused. I was like...
1, 4.
I just lifted. We have this little blue screen that tells you your total. I just lifted the register. I just literally just. No. Luckily the monitor, we have like a monitor and then the till. I would have if I had to, but anyway, I was like, it's here, okay. And I just picked it up. And she goes, oh, I see. And I just felt so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I felt bad because I was like, I tried to make sure that, like. You can, I can kind of tell whenever people don't really, they're not fluent in English, that sort of thing. So I just I don't try to, like, slow down my words like I'm talking to someone who's deaf or something like that. I just try to change the way that I say things so that way it's more uniform, for lack of a better term.
I try saying more things with less words. That's my approach.
Yeah. Or for me, like, if I would, like how I'm talking currently really fast, I just slow it down to just, would you like a bag for this? Or, would you like your receipt? And, usually I just gesture. It's just, top, spoon, tip.
Spoon.
Yeah, but by and large, again, really nice people. It's just like, my word, I just wish I could understand you, but it's like, I'm not learning Spanish. I'm learning the Japanese.
I like how she didn't even question, like, giving you $40.
That was hilarious. I loved that part. That part, I was just like, wow, you're either really rich or...
Really, really, really nonchalant.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just impressed. She just did not, like, she didn't, like, question it or anything. She just, like, thought for a second, I guess converted it, and then just pulled out the money, and I was like... Like, it didn't occur to me until after the woman had left that, like, yep, she just unhesitatingly, non-hesitatingly just pulled out 40, like, I think it came out to, like, $49, and I'm like, no, chigaimasu.
No, señor.
But, yeah, it's just, I wish we just had someone here who was designatedly... who could speak, so that way, like, at least on some days, I wouldn't just be up the creek without a paddle trying to figure stuff out. Like, one person, some of these people are really just straight up creative about it, and I'm impressed with their just, the adaptability that they have. Because, like, one family came in, they were prepared. They had Google Translate out, and, they had already, like, converted what they wanted to say. And they just showed me their phone and everything, and I was like, and, we just kind of had a small conversation. And I just like that. I like that, like, sure, the translation was a bit of broken English, but I was still able to get the message, and I'm fairly certain vice versa was true. I just like that. It's boogie woogie.
Uh-huh. It boogies and it woogies.
I want to know how to woogie. Tell me, doctor, will she ever woogie again?
I'm sorry, but her boogie is broken. She cannot employ the woogie no matter how hard she tries. No!
Oof.
I wasn't cooming.
You hate to see it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me go get my my portable speaker gamming device and play some some copyrighted tunes.
No, please do not. I would appreciate if you did not. Ah, and there she is, the girl. Why, I know I ask this every time. I know I should probably know this by now. But why don't you just remove all of your notifications?
Because I haven't looked on this phone in a while.
Oh, I see. Also, please find out whatever window is open that causes Discord to be active.
It's the Discord window.
Like on your laptop?
Yep.
Just close it out.
No.
Why not?
Because
It does not send proper notifications.
Sad.
I mean, like, when do you usually get my notifications versus when I've actually sent the message?
A while.
That's a bit of an issue. Mm-hmm. If I want to get in contact with you, I can't really afford for you to boogie woogie out of existence.
I'm sorry. I must commit the
Or
boogie-
just
woogie.
I mean, there's a setting I found. Here, let me change displays. There we go. But anyway, I don't care about streamer mode being disabled or there. What was it? It was something about
Notifications?
No, it was
Notifications?
yeah, notifications. You could set like a push notification timeout. Like if you don't check it, then you can set like how long it takes to send you the thing. So I changed it down to a minute. I wish I could just get it instantly, kinda.
I see.
Daryl just inhaled a 12-inch Subway double steak and cheese sub.
That it sounds like he sucked a big cock.
Oh my gosh. Such lowbrow humor, Randy.
However, it is the highbrow laughter that I have caused.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of highbrow stuff, I'm reworking the ending of the Dungeons and Dragons campaign again with a look at with a look at potentially starting it back up soon, finishing the fight.
Patrick dared me to put this here.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god, I hadn't even read these yet. And you know, I'm just remembering.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. I'm serious though. When Scott is on, I really want to bring him on for episode 30, but he's been insistent that we bring Jessica on. But it's like editor first.
We'll bring them both on.
Well, nah. I like one guest at a time. Maybe.
But when we have the bread boys on, that's two.
Yes, but they are bread boys. We do not have one bread without the other. I meant to say one boy without the other, but same sentiment applies.
Sandwich, two bread. Bread boys, two boys.
My thumb itches. I think I might have gotten by something. Well, anyway. I need to play more Minecraft. I need to play more of a lot of games, but currently I've just been sinking my time into Doom. It's like, oh, I have time? Alright then.
Coom.
Eternal.
A time to coom eternally.
Yeah, I've been making I've been working on the ha-ha funnies.
I have to squeeze one out for the coom.
What?
I have to squeeze one out, picks up a demon's head and crushes it. For the coom.
I'd love to have that specific ability as just you can crush anyone's head that you place your hand on like a soda can.
Not even like a soda can, like a piece of paper, like you're crumpling it. Just
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like crushing cans is a little bit more satisfactory. You just there's a little bit of give to it. You know what I mean? Or resistance rather. Though I don't know. We're debating like crushing heads, so I mean, maybe I shouldn't really care too much about the semantics.
But semantics are what superpowers are all about.
Superpowers is what superpowers are about. Woogie.
I'm about to boogie woogie you into the next room.
That just sounds dirty, Randy. And then you just killed me in cold blood.
It's not cold blood. I was angry enough to send you to the next room.
Oh, like that, like the one of the first scenes in The Incredibles, when Mr. Incredible just punches the dude through like multiple walls. That scene was so funny because like he kind of like slowly crashes through the wall and everything. Like, you know, it was a hard hit, sent him through the wall, but you know, nothing too powerful. And then it just pans to show that he punched him through several offices. And it's just hilarious. It's so well framed.
Man, I remember seeing a documentary. It was for school. We were learning about like we were just learning. Like that was it. You know, because we were sucking in knowledge because we could.
Yeah.
Right. And it was talking about animations and like when they originally came out with the computer systems for animating Pixar movies.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that even with that system, the hardest thing to animate was I forgot her name, but it's the Incredible Daughter. And like animating,
Violet.
Yeah, animating like I was pretty sure it was her hair.
Oh yeah, because there was like a lot of moving parts.
And also it was the scene where she played the guitar. I think maybe.
I don't remember her ever playing the guitar, but you know, nowadays they're just like observe, and you know they just snap their fingers and it's already done. The assets are made and the work just kind of does itself. At this point, they just put the script in and the characters act it out naturally. That's where we're going.
I hope not. That sounds scary. Like they could, you know, just kind of because it's all connected. They could just go to whatever machine they want and be like, "I am the fucking tape now, bitches."
Well, I mean, theoretically, if this machine gained sentience, it would only have power over, you know, animations and stuff. It could only tell stories. And I mean, if there's scary stories, there's a market for that. Checkmate, bucko. Checkmate, Jimbo. This is what it means to make a mistake in the heat of passion. Jimbo is the ultimate nickname. Like,
Jimbo
is simultaneously uplifting
turns out
and derogatory.
that's his real name.
Yeah. Jimbo.
I told you not to call me that, Dad.
Come on, Jimbo Neutron. Jimby. Oh, Jimmy.
Jumbi.
Junpei.
Hold on, let me remember how to speak Japanese real quick.
Alright then. I'll wait for this to download.
No, it's not a download. It has to move to the cache.
I see. As opposed to the checks? I love this. I love telling simple jokes that get a lot of, like, kickback, you know what I mean?
I just hate how much that makes sense because checks are slower than cache, just like how the magnetic pizzas in a hard drive are slower than its cache.
The magnetic pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
Well then. Oh yeah, did you hear? Mario died.
Mario who?
Mario. Mario Jumpman Mario. Not the voice actor, the character.
The character is just dead?
Yep. They, so much is disappearing from the world today. Of course he's dead. It's based off of this meme to where it's like on March... It has like the Nintendo Direct like template or whatever, and it's like, on March 31st, Mario will be publicly executed.
Oh my god.
Because like Mario 3D All-Stars is going off, is literally being removed from the eShop and from physical stores. What's it called? The like Bowser's Fury or whatever, the Mario 3D World, whatever it's called. And everything Mario 35th Anniversary related, yonked from the shelves. And, made unavailable, but it's just, it's a marketing tactic. So they'll probably bring it back in like 5 years when they hit the 40th anniversary. Like, here's a revival. And it's like, I don't care. Please shut up. Please shut up. But I don't care. First day it came...
Shut the fuck up. Please. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. First day it came out, I literally got my copy and I was like, okay, I'm done. You know, I literally just wanted, you know.
It'd be funny if they just took it away from you. They're like, well, it wasn't yours to begin with, even though you paid money for it.
Yeah. That's how Apple does things. They're just like, hey, nice phone you got there. You know you're renting that, right?
What? Yeah, you're running it. What?
Why do you think we charge such high maintenance prices? We have to be ready for someone else to rent it. Because think about that. They incentivize you trading it in and upgrading yearly. They just resell. They re-rent.
Yep. And you know what I say to that?
Hogwash.
Fuck them hoes. You just witnessed my lower lip fold in, and then out again.
It folds in so deeply it tickles your uvula.
I just release more air than a blow-up valve. You know,
I can't whistle that well.
Normal off-the-shelf blow-up valves go tss, but then the HKS fucking Samurai goes psh.
Oh my word, so aggressive.
Uh-huh. It actually sounds more aggressive than that. It's kind of a scary noise, honestly.
Oh, like my computer randomly just going. Every single time that it has happened, for when I'm recording Doom, I turn off my mic because I don't want to say something or do something stupid or just make it to where the only thing that the people hear is of my keyboard. You know, I thought I stopped recording for a second, but anyway, I don't want them to just hear that, although it does sound kind of funny. I don't want them to have to sit through that. And so I'll turn it off, and it never fails. Like, right as I think one time I just put it on mute, right as it went. It was almost funny. But after this, I'll show you a clip of what I mean with me hammering away at the keyboard. It's kind of funny. I just watched this massive thing of spit pop out.
It hit my arm, so that's whatever.
Okay, it looked like it flew off towards my mic. You spit on my mic.
I just actually spit on your mic like I'm spitting in somebody's Big Mac.
Have you ever spit in somebody's food before?
No.
Thank goodness.
I'm not that spiteful.
Well, I'd hope not. I mean, it's not like... I mean, okay, they'd probably figure it out, but like...
Nah, they really wouldn't.
Really?
Think about it. If you're going to order a Big Mac, which is literally a whole bunch of bread and I don't know, maybe a patty, because it's like 2 tiny pieces of meat.
I think you'd notice the special sauce mixed in.
Well, there's already a lot of special sauce in there, so.
Yeah, but I think that consistency of fluids would probably be like, oh, hey, that's no good. If it's like a dry patty and you're expecting me to think that this stuff that looks like spit is grease, that it's even got foam like spit, then I don't think that I'm not going to bite.
You don't put it to where they notice it. You put it in the mac sauce.
Oh no!
What you do is you spit and then...
Have you seen someone do this?
No.
You sound like you have either seen or done this. Or is this purely just from an idea you had of if the need ever arises?
If I really wanted to spit in somebody's fucking food, I would do it like that. I would spit and then apply the sauce.
I can't help but think of just I pity the poor soul that invokes that level of anger from you. That you're just you know what? Fine. Spits in your Big Mac.
You know what? Fuck you. Spits in your mac sauce.
Puts a loogie in your burger.
Unvirgins your olive oil.
Dude, did you just bang my olive oil?
Well, I unvirgined it.
Now I'm gonna re-virgin it and beat the out of you.
I'm gonna re-virgin it by stealing your fucking cock.
I don't understand that concept of stealing cock.
I literally cut your penis off, and then it's mine.
Oh, that was gonna be a ripoff.
Obviously, that's fuck.
That's?
Yes.
That's
That's just what a cheap circumcision is called.
yes.
Scissor. cheap circumcision.
Sizzin.
Cision.
You just... I still have 18 days until the new chapter of Jajolian.
18 days. That just...
We didn't get a chapter this month because the man was like, I rest. And it's like, Araki-sensei, you've earned your rest, but at the same time need story.
I need to color this fucking JoJo. I do.
I mean, I don't need to color it. There's like literally over 100 chapters worth of content that I could be coloring, but at the same time, it's like, I just want to know what happens next. It paused like right before at a climactic moment. And now I just gotta wait a month for the climax.
It'd be funny if you waited a month and then it wasn't the climax.
At this point, it would kind of hurt me a little bit if it's like, nah, don't worry, he's fine. He can brush that off.
No, it'd be funny if it was like, if it just cut away to something completely different.
Okay, it's sometimes done that, but it's always like enhanced the plot. Araki would literally
trust it.
Yeah, Araki would literally have to cut away to like. So anyway, there's this funky thing that I really like that I found that I can do with my feet. Like I'm able to make coffee perfectly. If that was literally like we waited a month and it's just him talking about his weird abilities that he has gained over the years.
It's not even JoJo anymore.
He's just like, oh, that was the last chapter. Hope you enjoyed. It'd be the worst last chapter.
Oh my god.
What happened to your arm? Like your left one. Looks like you got a bruise there, like something hit it.
Burns.
What?
When I first started working the fryers, I would burn the shit out of myself. That's what that is.
Accidentally, I assume?
Yes.
How did you manage that? Did you not exercise caution, lad?
Yeah, I didn't. I was fucking throwing them around like I was wielding a samurai sword, the fucking fry baskets.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
Oh, I was like, okay, he's using hyperbole to make
what
fun of me.
What I do is because I'm trying to avoid burning other people, I pick it up with both hands. I walk over to the fry station like this, and I throw it down like that.
Oh.
And you see the problem there, right?
Yeah, you're using one arm as like a meat shield. Just protect me. You're building up your constitution, though. Or no, it's your armor class.
I already have a high armor class for my constitution. That's why I didn't burn harder.
It just hits me and it just goes right through my arm, and I'm like,
nice.
Okay, that's new.
I like looking at my bones.
No, now I can see the floor. I can subtly pretend that I'm not looking by staring through my arm.
No, you have armor class too. It's your bones, just like a Tarrasque.
Nah, it's at least... Okay, with bones like these, I have at least armor class 10. What's your armor class?
No, that's literally normal armor class.
12. Is that better?
That's what we're talking. Me, I'm a 15. I could probably take a bullet and be like, okay.
I'd be fine too. It goes right through me. It just... Alright then, someone mind closing this up? Also...
Nah, it'd probably impact and just get crushed against my core muscles because, existing as a very, very fat person gives you some serious stronks.
Strike.
Stronk.
Stronk.
But really, I think I'm proud of two things on my body. My forearms and my thighs!
Understandable.
Uh-huh. Because look, I'm fucking huge. I shouldn't be able to do this.
Dang, you got a good center of balance. You've got it. My man is doing calisthenics in the room.
I can literally lift them up further than 90 degrees. It's impressive.
Very nice. I mean, I lift mine up all the way up. Please do not. I legitimately thought you were gonna kick my bookshelf.
I'll give it a roundhouse.
Okay, I'm curious. Can you do the thing where it's like you reach over your shoulders and you're able to grab your hands like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice.
That's kind of easy actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a PE teacher who was like, some people can't do this, and I think everyone in the class was like, I can do it. You know, they were like, we can do it.
Only one side, though. That's kind of interesting. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is.
I don't know. I am flexible, and that's like my biggest thing is I'm just able to fold myself into into the chair. But that's just because whenever I'm sitting, I just do it, like, I do it without thinking. Like, I'll just put my legs like this, or I'll take it one step further and wrap them around. If I ever need to get up, like, if there's a fire, I'm screwed, but, you know. Well, of course, I just kept this going hot and, like, pogoed my way to the door and just leapt down the stairs.
Well, that's the reason why you're able to do that is because there's no width there. You see, I should be able to do it, but my thighs are too thick.
They clap together when you want. Ignore me.
I don't know. I was playing hide and seek with some of the boys at some point, right?
Yeah.
And this was kind of recent, so I had the same build, and I was like, my feet were going, and my thighs actually started clapping together. It was great.
Literally trying to sneak, but the clap of your thighs keeps alerting the seekers. They're just like, I hear him now, get him!
No, it's because I was pulling a fast one. I was like second to last to be found out of like 5. So obviously I was like I went to one location, I made a noise, and then I like went through the couch as silent as I could, and I ran to another location and made another noise.
Oh, okay, so the clapping of your thighs was purely strategic.
No. It was so that I could get to the other location fast enough.
Yeah, a little bit
It
of
was
strategy.
a consequence.
Oh, I see. Still funny though. Tactically claps thighs.
God.
Oh my word, that is a hilarious yet terrifying thought.
Yeah, and that's obviously before I started riding my bike. Now my thighs are a little more firm.
I see. I should really stop banging in my desk given that I've got 2 monitors kind of just hanging in the air.
Woogie Woogie!
Please don't punch a hole in my desk, or at least what remains of it.
No promises.
Stop. Got it out. No. No boogie woogie for you.
I'm sorry, but that...
Unacceptable! Imagine killing someone and you just say boogie woogie over their corpse.
It sounds
Tell
like
me.
something you do in Halo. You just get a gravity hammer kill. You teabag them like for 5 whole seconds. Boogie Woogie! Boogie Woogie!
I got him. I got him. I got him.
Boogie
I got
woogie,
him.
boogie
I got
woogie,
him.
boogie
I got
woogie,
him.
boogie
I got him.
woogie.
I got him. I got him. You're just in court. Tell me, why in the world, how in the world were you able to commit such a heinous and cold-blooded act?
And then you're just sitting there like, I got him. Boogie Woogie!
And then they don't even worry about trial. They don't even worry about the prison sentence. They just instantly just take you to death row.
No, the judge pulls out a shotgun and blows your head off.
I always knew this day would come. Boogie this woogie.
No. They're pulling out a double barrel, so obviously they just pick it up. I knew this day would come. So, any last words? Yeah. I had to do it to him. What can I say?
Nah, even better. Yeah, sure. Can you guess what they are? Don't you dare. Boogie whoop.
Boogie whoop! No, you just end up in heaven, like, and you're saying, Gee! And God's just sitting there shaking his head. My son, why would you do this to yourself?
Oh my word.
And then you say to God, I had to say, Woogie Woogie.
Whoever to jump back a little bit in the concept of, jokes you just have to make. Can you imagine if, like, the second ship that went in after, like, the Evergreen got stuck, like, they just intentionally wrecked themselves just for the funny? That would be a power move.
No, it'd be funny if they actually tried drifting the Suez Canal.
I'd love that. That would be hilarious. Just, alright then, bet I can't make that turn. Then bet. And then he just drifts it flawlessly.
Like in the Battleship movie where they drift the ship in the ocean. They actually drift the fucking aircraft carrier.
that did happen. I forgot about that. It's hilarious.
Oh my god. It's one of those multi-layered scenes where it looks fucking awesome when they do it, and you're also like, what the fuck? And then you learn what drifting is.
On the one hand, epic. On the other hand, why? You know, that kind of
They
thing.
had to drift the ship, what can I say?
That's just funny, though. Just Speed Lover plays as they go. That was the movie that, like, its main marketing point was Rihanna, though, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I don't think there was any other Battleship movie. Like, I think that, like, they had all this high-tech stuff. Aliens or whatever invaded and something. I distinctly remember the fact that they just got an old battleship, hence the name, and used it, but it was rather stupid. It was something dumb. Like, the movie was not exactly what I'd call an A-plus film.
Yeah, it probably wasn't.
It was no Boogie or Woogie.
However, it did have that scene, and boy, they do be drifting.
It has the bull.
It has the Dorifto.
Oh yeah, are you excited for April 4th? There's this thing called the Joestar Inherited Soul event, and people are like, yep, probably going to be what's it called? Probably going to be the Stone Ocean reveal.
Ooh,
Yeah,
really? Or it
rather-
could be the Part 9 review.
I'd take it. I mean, it'd be kind of weird because, you know, Part 8 ain't over, but
Well, he's got to reveal what he's got in mind next.
yeah, it definitely is. It says it's talking about the, you know,
Stone Ocean.
well, you know, it mentioned talking about the future of JoJo, really ambiguous, but it's like, it has literally all 5 of specifically the anime JoJo's and everything, and it's like, and it's talking about inherited soul, and it's like, I think the angle is probably going to be, you know, Part 6 finishing it out and everything. Though I hope they animate Part 7. If they don't animate Part 7, I'm gonna cry, dog.
I'm going to have to start killing people. That's what I'm going to do. Part 7 is just the new Part 1.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a good Part 1. My word, is it a good Part 1?
Yeah, but the original Part 1 wasn't anything to sneeze at either. Besides, you know,
Well,
1D characters on purpose.
well, yeah, but it was fun, and that's all it needed to be.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
It was the first entry into a series. It, you know, it only had the weight of just being fun, and I think that if you're planning for like a long-running series, that's the best thing that the first installment can be, is simple fun.
Right. And then Part 2 was even better with that. Because, you know, you have your funky do main character going, your next word is...
Yeah, it was literally just fun, but with 2D characters. I'm still not really a fan of Part 3, but I can recognize what it did for the genre, for, you know, both the genre and you know, the story, the show.
Really? You didn't really like Part 3?
Yeah, I don't know. It just, a lot of the common complaints apply to me of just, you know, it just kind of felt rather long and everything, and I don't know. I never really found myself connecting with any of the characters. Like,
That's because you never read the manga.
I can read the manga, but, you know, at its core, it doesn't exactly, like, it doesn't really elevate things to the same degree. Like, I recognize it because it elevated the power system and everything, but it didn't really feel like it elevated the storytelling, if that makes sense. Like, it still feels like it's on par with, you know, the relative simplicity of parts 1 and 2. You know, there is a definable bad guy, and the objective is to reach them, albeit maybe in a different capacity, you know, both in power and in location, you know. But Part 4 changes that because, you know...
It's among them.
Yeah. Among
Yeah.
them.
Among us.
But, you know...
The imposter is sus.
But also, Part 4 had, like, its location going for it as well. You know, something that draws me into Part 4, even now, even after I finished it. I'm, like, watching through the Rohan OVAs on Netflix. I'm watching through those, and I just love it because it's in Part 4. You know, it's fun seeing these characters who are literally they're just small-town people.
Yeah, it's Morio.
And something that seeing these put into perspective for me is just the fact that they have their own dynamics that could reasonably work outside of what we see in the show. Is that, it's just a small town and more, it's a small town in Japan. The problems are more down to earth. I feel like there's an easier way of finding a connection there.
Yeah, it's like the only time it gets bizarre is when you involve the stand.
Yeah. And like part 5 just has this like kind of like just compelling story that just kind of constantly keeps pushing forward. There's this sense of progression and things were changed because it's a bit more of an expansion on the concept that the main JoJo is a complete character who is meant to guide the people that he finds himself in the company of to becoming complete characters in their own right. Because a criticism that I've seen leveled at Giorno is that he's not really much of a character, or he goes through no real development, but that's just because he's done his developing.
Yeah, it already talks about his development, like at the outset.
Because the only thing left he really needs is to achieve his dream of, freeing Italy.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it. Because he's already battle hardened, and he's not like the other gangsters in the streets. Just kind of like you see one of his first interactions with the NPCs of what was that city called? I forgot.
I don't know. Describe it.
It was his starting city, as they say.
Oh, I can't remember it.
Yep. Italy. The streets of Italy.
Yeah.
Like one of his first interactions with his hometown's NPCs that it shows is, he turns birds into money. Oh wait, no, he turns his own money into birds.
Nah, the butterflies.
Pretty sure it was birds. Whatever.
Nah, it's butterflies.
Flap the wings and go away. And then he gave it to the kid, like, here, pay for your ice cream with this. And then, he's like, okay. And he pays with it. And then he takes his ice cream and runs. And the guy's about to put it in the register and whoosh! It's that kind of chaotic good kind of activity right there.
Yeah, we see that he both has a kind side to him and a bit more of a cunning side, for lack of a better term. I don't think it's sinister. He's just like, what? If I can save money, I will. And, we kind of see how Italy has impacted his way of life and thinking, because it's explained to us, yeah, the sort of thing's just commonplace. If you get gotten, you get gotten. The police are just going to laugh at you. At least I think that's what happens.
And what they really say is that the crime ecosystem there is fucked. Because thing is, the criminals that you, throw in are just going to be out in the next week.
Yeah. Because,
and so what they'll end up doing is bribing you and being like, hey, don't even throw me in. It's kind of annoying. You're like, all right, whatever.
Kind of a waste of time when you think about it. And you're just like, add a little bit more and I'll think harder. There we go. I'll look the other way for now. That sort of thing.
Yeah. And then now, and that ended up being about the thing to come. The thing to send Abaccio into infamy. He ended up accepting a bribe, and it came back to bite him.
Mm-hmm. But still, good stuff. Oh yeah, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, but also, again, part 3 doesn't really feel like it has that. Like, it has, the seeds of everything that the later parts expand upon, but it just kind of lacks, for lack of a better term, the foothold that I feel like it could have. Because I feel like, I don't know. I guess my issue is I don't know if, a road trip would be the best instance to introduce the concept of stands. I feel like something like Part 4 works as a better introduction because it's small scale. We can understand it in the micro, and in later parts we'd be able to understand it in the macro through something like Part 6 because Part 6 has that kind of, road trip element later on. And I feel like it does it better because, we understand what stands are, and there's kind of this different flow, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But also, I guess it's just, a road trip is fun, or that's it. It's still just fun. you know,
But stand.
yeah, it's just, you know, it's like part one in the sense that it's just fun, but just added stand, you know, there's more fun with the power system.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I don't have any...
I have a feeling Araki was still dicking around, and then he created Jotaro with the kind of like hard outside, good inside. You know how he literally was like about to like he took a fucking bullet just so his mom could see that there was something wrong with him.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah. Like, what an introduction. He's like, get away from me, I have a demon in my soul.
Yeah, I like the, what's it called? What was it?
All because he didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah, that's great. I like that. You know, and again, it's more seeds of stuff. Like, Giorno he contains a lot of, like, subtler writing as far as his characterization and, you know, development goes, and Jotaro is kind of the beginning of that, because, like, overall, people are just like, he is man of meat. He needs no emotions, he only punch. But then there's subtler things, like, you know, caring for his mom, and the fact that, you know...
He went to Egypt for his mom. He didn't even think about it. He's like, oh, well, I mean,
What else
she's
am I
sick.
supposed to do?
Right, he's like, she's sick. He's in Egypt. Guess what we're doing?
Mm-hmm. And I like that. You know, it's not necessarily a case of just he's purely a hardliner. It's just that he's not great with people, so he just chooses aggression as a way of just preventing having to deal with other people.
And also something that I read, which is completely like full fan content, is because he was like half white, half American.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably bullied in school because, you know, Japanese people are xenophobic McFucks, right?
They are?
Yeah.
I kind of forget that.
Yeah, they definitely are. You go there, they're going to scrutinize the shit out of you. And in school, if you live in Japan from an early age and you look different, they're going to be like, oh, you fucking hafu.
Oh. You hate to
They
see
probably bullied the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he ended up like that.
That's just straight up unfortunate.
And it's also that kids are assholes.
Of course. That's just the simple nature of it.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no getting around that.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'd really love just, like... Or, okay, if you could ask Araki one question, he has to answer it. What would it be?
Shoot. I already know his reasons for lots of things, and it's just like... what I'd ask is, what are the things that you actually did forget, looking back?
Yeah, that's fair. That'd be a good one to ask.
Because everyone's like, Araki forgot. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
The part isn't over, but Araki forgot. That's just a power move at that point. Forgets a character. Nah, but like, even a character who literally appeared in 3 panels, I and other people have figured out kind of, like, have, like, a good theory about who he is and what his role is. 3 panels. And I led the charge. I was just like, hang on a second, I've got it. And I just hit them with that, and they were like, look at my boy. Look at my son. It was great. I was happy.
Oh my god.
I just tossed it out because I was like, hey, this is kind of how this seems. And people were like, ooh.
You know, it's kind of funny. That got me back to thinking about astrology because, in the lore, your fire. I mean, in the kind of logics, your fire signs are kind of like your leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of funny how you ended up leading something, leading an ideological charge. I'm like, yeah, that sounds a whole lot like me, except every time I try to rob a leader position of someone more capable, they fucking suck.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. This is just one situation where, like, there was no pressure on me, and I was like, hey, this is just an idea I had, and people were like, it's a good idea. And it was pretty cool. It was, like, a few months ago, like, around December, or, like, December-ish, November, somewhere around that ballpark. And So this coloring group I'm in, it's me and two other people that are the admins, and they were like some of the first people to like comment on it, on like my theory and be like, "Hey, this is really good," and we hadn't talked to each other outside of that. It was just funny how that works.
My goodness.
And then later, we're just leading the charge and making our own colored JoJo project. It's beautiful.
Sounds awesome.
Nice. Beautiful.
Spectacular.
Boogie woogie.
Woogie, you're boogie today. At World Car Kia. My God. So, you still with us, son?
Yes. Unfortunately. But not for long. Come. Come closer. Come closer.
What?
I have a final message to tell you. Make sure you get the all-new Nissan Pathfinder with 0.9% APR financing.
No. Not like this. No! Aaron!
Yeah, you need something?
Yeah, I do need my gray beard back, along with that IV. And the respirator. You need to give all those things back to me. That's what I need.
I kind of gave these out to a loan. There's a sick clown who wants them.
Huh? Well, tell your sick clown that he can go